35 is the high end for like a flyweight. But to take away a guy's 2 years is big. But to say he ran a test, he ran from a test. He fucked up. He definitely fucked up. But you can't set. That's so unprecedented. It's so crazy. I mean, if they said they were going to suspend him for 2 years, man, that's harsh as shit. But
it's been a bad month for sports.
Yeah,
it has. It's been a bad month for sports.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between a guy running from a drug test and a guy beating the fuck out of his kid with a stick or knocking his girlfriend out in an elevator. Like those are different things. That's like some evil shit. What a lot is going on, is what nobody likes to talk about, but a lot is going on is that these guys have been juking the system for a long time. There's a bunch of them that have been juking the system when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs. And jail was the tip of the iceberg. When he got popped, it sent a real message to everybody. Like, they're testing everything now. And then a lot of other guys got popped. Bakutinov got popped for EPO. A lot of guys are getting popped left and right. Kevin Casey, King Kevin Casey, he got popped for steroids after his fight. They got rid of him. You know, there's a lot of these folks would get clean like right before a fight. But in between fights, that are hot.
Can you believe what's his name right now? He must be fucking happy as fuck being. He's probably taking a plane to China with a mask on, shooting shit. He don't give a fuck. He's like, this is the best day of my fucking life. I call it breathing.
Well, that's a terrible situation because he's like 36, 37 years old, and he was on testosterone for the last few years. So his natural testosterone is completely dropped down to a very, very low level. He's got to figure out how to fire that back up. It's actually very good for him that the fight is in February as opposed to closer to the time when they made him get off the testosterone, because it gives his body more time to fire up. And if he can go back to Brazil, perhaps he can engage in certain activities that could perhaps benefit him to re-engage his test. It's a normalcy effect. It's like stuff called Clomid, and these things are what they call estrogen suppressors. So it suppresses the level of, apparently, in some way. I don't understand the steroids. They will take this stuff, and this is one of the things that Chael was on. Because they made him get off the fucking testosterone. The guy was on testosterone for years. You make him get off of it, and all of a sudden they feel like shit. They're tired. They can barely get through a workout. They don't have any pep in their step. They got no pop. Their dick doesn't work. And the only way to get your system fired back up again is to wait. You know, wait time, do a lot of like high intensity exercises, try to kick it back in. And for everybody, the amount of time it takes to kick it back in is different. So for Vitor to get it a few extra months, like what is it now? We're in September. They're doing it in what? February? Something like that? So think about that. He's got October, November, December, January, and then in February. So he's got another 5 months. That's good for him.
No, but the fight was when? Next week?
December.
Yeah, so he only got 2 months.
Yeah, he got 2 months more, but he's got 5 months from now. From now, he's got enough time to like give his body like another.
Yeah, he's on a fucking plane. Right, wait, this right rubbing that fucking juice. It's like me with an 8-ball in my pocket.
Well,
get on stage.
They want to clean that sport up, man. They want to clean that sport up, and that's the way to do it. The way to clean it up is to randomize the drug testing and to do like the most stringent level of testing that's imaginable, and that's what they're doing right now. Each test costs $40,000. Every time they test these guys, it costs $40,000. It's super expensive, and it's coming out of the UFC's pocket. And they're doing it because, look, they can't keep running into these situations where guys get popped at these athletic commission tests because it makes the sport look terrible and it devalues the guys who are on steroids. In a lot of people's eyes, it devalues the sport, and it can if guys keep getting caught and they keep testing positive and it remains a trend for a long period of time. You don't set a new standard and let everybody know, like, look, this is what it is. You guys can't be on drugs. If you're on drugs, they're going to ban you. They're going to kick you off the fucking sport. They're going to make sure that you lose a significant percentage of your purse. Then they're going to ban you for a year where you can't make it a living doing your sport for like a fucking year. So stop it. If they didn't do that, it becomes a mockery. And if it becomes a mockery, it actually devalues the sport in a lot of people's eyes, and it could be detrimental to like the bottom line of the business. And that's the difference between like guys like Lorenzo Fertitta. He runs casinos. They know how to make money. They know where money is not being made correct, and they know it's like playing a game of poker. Like, you know what your hand is, and you know most likely what his hand is. You have an idea, and you know this is not going to work out well unless we do something here. Like, I'm going to fold, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I have a good hand, and then I'm going to bet. Like, you're playing in advance. You're looking at the future. And if they're looking at the future, they go, okay, let's look what's going on here. These guys keep getting caught, and when they get caught, a lot of these guys are saying everyone's on it. A lot of these guys are saying, Vitor said that. He's like, 90% of these guys use when they're in camp. That's what Vitor said. He would know better than any of us. So if Vitor's saying something like that, he's not known as a liar. If he's saying something like that, you got to think there might be something to it. And if you want to nip that shit in the bud, there's only one fucking way. You got to randomly test these dudes. You got to show up, knock, knock, hi, guess what we are? We're the guy who wants your blood, and we're going to have a chain of custody of this blood and take it on a fucking plane to Baltimore where there's some super secret national security agency lab that doesn't fuck anything up. We're going to test everything that you have in your blood. We're going to find out if you have artificial testosterone. We're going to find out if you're taking human growth hormone, if you're on EPO, if you're on birth control pills, whatever the fuck you're on. We're going to find out what you're on. We're going to know exactly what you're all about. So that's a giant wake-up call to all these fighters. And we might have to reevaluate like what guys are capable of. You know, it's one of the things that Dolce said. I had him on the podcast the other day. We were talking about this. That I think that we have an elevated expectation of what guys can do, and a lot of it is based on like the juiced up days. You know, like the juiced up days of Pride. Like they were juiced to the tits. Like Vanderlei Silva in his prime was, you know, he was just a muscle, a giant veiny muscle of destruction. Just smash guys, knees and fucking kicks and soccer kicks and stomps. He headbutted Guy Metzger, fucking headbutted him before he knocked him out. He hit him with a combination, headbutted him, and then right-handed him and knocked him out. I mean, he had fought, knocked him out. He had fought all these Valley Tuna fights.